Hey y'all, it's Ashley, and today I'm gonna go over my favorite gear that I'm using for Ironman training, and this will be for all the newbies who are just getting into Ironman just like me. I mean, I started this journey probably back, actually, I was supposed to do Ironman Galveston last April, and then it got deferred to November, and I am not into cold weather, so I knew I wasn't going to do it in November, and I went ahead and deferred to April 11th, which right now it looks like it's a go. Texas is planning to open up 100%, so I can't foresee that it will be moved this time around. So I'm just going to go over a couple of items that I feel like you need if you're getting ready to train for an Ironman, and if you're new like me and have no idea where to start, I'm just going to give you an idea of what you should get. And just so you know, I used to be the type, I've never been like an athlete in college or anything like that. I just love to run, and I would be the type that would go out and run 8 miles 7 days a week. And what ended up happening is I got injured and my foot was hurting, so I decided to buy a bike, and I believe that was last December. So I've been riding for a little over a year now, and then it just piqued my interest on, okay, what could I do besides just running? And then I decided, instead of just going to a triathlon, which there's several local ones, short, I think they're called like sprint triathlons around here, but instead I'm just gonna go for it, and I'm gonna go all into an Ironman. I'm not even gonna do a sprint triathlon before, I'm just gonna go for it. So, okay, so my first suggestion would be shoes. You've got to have a good pair of running shoes, and even if you're just training for a 5K, and not just, I remember the first time I trained for a 5K, it was a big deal. It took me, I mean, that was kind of my stepping stone into even doing races. So the first time, it took me probably a year to even get the nerve to go do a 5K, but I would say a good investment is shoes. So right now, what I'm loving, I've ran 2 full marathons, and both of them I ran in Hoka Rincons. I do love the Hoka Rincons, and actually I use these on my short, easy runs. And then I have the Saucony Endorphin Speed Rolls, and these are more for speed work. And the reason why, there's a lot of cushion, and honestly, I feel like I naturally go a little quicker. I really love the Hokas for my long, easy runs, and then I plan on wearing the Saucony Endorphin Speed Rolls during the Ironman. So that's the plan for me, and I recommend both of these shoes. But everybody's different, so go to your local running store and get your foot checked and have them, you know, pick out what's gonna be best for you, because sometimes these can actually hurt my feet just a little bit. So everybody's different, and that's why I don't wear them all the time. So the next thing would be my obsession. I keep thinking like it would be cool, even like when I'm really dressed up and have a nice fancy dress on or anything, I'm still wearing my Garmin Fenix 5X watch. I love this thing. My husband, he wears the exact same watch as well, so it's unisex. Both parties, both sexes can wear this. But I absolutely love it. It tracks everything I need. Natasha can actually see my workouts. It automatically uploads straight into Training Peaks. So it automatically uploads my workouts for her to see. So I plan on, and it will, the battery life, this will last the entire half Ironman that I'm running. So, and even if I was doing a full, which who knows, one day, it would actually last the entire time as well. The next thing that I invested in was a Garmin heart rate monitor. There is a heart rate monitor on this watch, but this Garmin chest strap heart rate monitor is a lot more accurate. So if you're planning on hiring a coach and you're planning to, you know, really invest in yourself and your training, and you want to do things as accurately as possible, I would definitely recommend the Garmin heart rate strap monitor, so that way you can, you know, it's so important. I'm learning with training is your heart rate, you train a lot in your aerobic zone and then tempo workouts, and you want it to be as accurate as possible. So definitely would get that. Next, swimming. Swimming is probably the newest for me. I had never done it. I mean, but I actually like it. It's probably my second favorite. I would invest in a kickboard. I just got this off Amazon. I can actually link it below. Then your paddles. I use these every single day, every single swim. I will use these for at least some portion of my swim. Short fins, you definitely want to get a pair of fins, and I use these in every single workout as well, so you definitely want to invest in these. Swimmersoutlet.com is a good place to go for any of this equipment actually, and then also Amazon. Next up, you want to get a good pair of goggles, which actually in our team meeting last week, Form Goggles is the first pair of smart goggles, and they just did a introduction of those goggles to us, so my plan is to buy those next. But these have been doing the job. The TYR, I think that's how you say it, TYR brand, I think. I would get a pair of goggles, and then you need a swim cap. Now, this is probably the most uncomfortable thing in the very beginning of swimming. It's putting on a swim cap, because it's like, it looks, you know, I'm not the type, I don't necessarily worry about what other people think, but it just feels awkward, to be honest, but you need one. So get a swim cap and you wear it on every swim. Socks. Feature socks. It's Feetures. I swear by these socks. I wouldn't wear any other brand. I wear them daily, whether I'm running, whether I'm walking around the house, anything. These are my go-to socks. There's a lot of cushion in them. I haven't had any injuries with any of the marathons or anything that I've trained for, none with Ironman training today or, you know, the last couple months. Feature socks are the best. Okay, ladies, definitely need to invest in a good sports bra. This is the one I wear. I don't promote Nike or anything, but it's the brand that works for me. So then you have to get a swimsuit as well. Make sure you get a training swimsuit. It's not your regular go to the beach or go on the boat with your friend's swimsuit. It's actually a training swimsuit. So I got this one actually at swimmersoutlet.com as well. And then I'm sure TYR, you can get on their website, and they have training suits. The next thing would be a tri-suit. I would go ahead and invest in one of these. These are what you can wear under your wetsuit, and then you're gonna bike in it and you can run in it. And I'll probably wear a sports bra underneath, because I was actually reading the Ironman rules, and if I get super hot in Galveston, you can unzip it and then have your sports bra underneath. So you can wear this under your wetsuit, and then you bike in this, and then you'll also run in the bottoms, and then maybe a sports bra for us ladies. Water bottle to hold your nutrition. You have to have several of these. This is the one I use on the bike, and I don't use one, I've got several of these. So my plan for, I would say, the fourth discipline, which actually is something, as a certified nutritionist, I'm still learning the nutrition portion of an Ironman. It's a different level to me. And it's so important to stay on top of your nutrition throughout the entire when you're training, and then to get your body used to, and your gut, because I have got a pretty sensitive gut. I don't eat gluten or anything, and I get bloated like that, as most of you ladies probably do. So anyways, I'm training my gut right now during this training period to make sure my gut on the day of race, on race day, that I don't get an upset stomach or something, and that's gonna prevent me from being able to finish the race. So one of the big things I'm using right now, which I am loving, because there's just, the ingredients in this are the most natural that I've found, and they have not been hurting my stomach, but it's this G1M Sport by BPN Supplements. I'm taking 1.5 to 2 scoops in my water bottle every single hour. So that's gonna be 40 grams of carbs, and all the studies and stuff that I've read, I really need to get up to more than that. But for now, I'm sticking to 40 grams. Really, it's saying, from everything that I've read and from like Trainer Road's YouTube, 90 grams of carbs. That's what they're saying. You really should get up to 90 grams of carbs.
So what does that do?
That's going to prevent you from bonking, which is going to keep your energy levels from, you don't want to decline. And so I'll just give you an example. I went on a run last weekend, and it was a long run, a 13-mile run, and we had some speed work in between. Well, I didn't take in any nutrition at all. And so by the end, I couldn't finish my last hard set, and that was due to solely nutrition. I didn't put anything into my body, and my legs got really heavy. And so because of that, I finished my run, because I'm not going to not finish what I started, but I just didn't finish the actual plan of going faster. And it's just because my legs got heavy, but it's because lack of nutrition. So the other day I did a race, a team race, and I realized how hard it is to even be disciplined enough to sit there and drink every 5 minutes to make sure that you finish your bottle within an hour or two, and you're wanting to do your carb supplements and then water as well. So it's just really important to be mindful of that. You have to take in what you're planning to race day. Don't wait. And then I did get the Gatorade Endurance formula. This is gonna be my backup. And actually I'm planning to use this mostly during the run portion of the Ironman. My water bottles on my bike are gonna have G1M Sport, but Gatorade Endurance is what's gonna be on the actual track. And I don't really wanna carry anything in my hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and train my gut now to get used to this Gatorade Endurance. And then I am planning on having some type of gel or goo or something as a backup plan. And I've looked, they have those fig bars and stuff on the Ironman course, and if you go to ironman.com, they have it with every single race what is going to be on the course. And I was told, you know, most of the pros are going to use what is on the course and they train their body. I think there's Coke on there. I'm actually a big Celsius fan, but because Red Bull is going to be on the course, I've started drinking Red Bull just to get my gut used to it, because I like energy supplements. Some people, you know, may not like them and stuff, but I do. And so this is what I'm gonna train with for the next couple weeks, just to make sure my gut is used to it. And that's what I'll drink on the course and not have to worry about bringing anything myself. Okay, so that is all of the gear, which I have a lot more that I could go into. If you guys wanted to do a second video, comment below and let us know. But also a bike, obviously, and my Wahoo trainer. Those are two things I didn't mention as well. But if you want to see those in a different video, or you can look at a bunch of my previous videos and you will see me on that Wahoo trainer in Zwift. Those are other important things that have been in my weekly training schedule that I've used. But this is just a start, and if you want to get into Ironman, I would suggest all of this stuff just to get you started. You know, that's why I liked running. Running was kind of a cheaper sport, but Ironman you definitely have to invest in, especially if you're planning to do a couple of them. Then you definitely want to get the right gear, because you have to have the right tools to do the job as efficiently and as best you can as possible. So if you're gonna put the money down and you're gonna plan to do all that training, then invest in yourself and get the right tools. So if you're planning to do an Ironman, I would suggest getting the basics starting out, and this is enough to get you through your first round of training for Ironman. And then I don't really, because
that's the hardest part.
Yes.
Say we wrap it up.
All right. We'll see you in the next video.